Hey gamers, so today we've got some exciting GTA 6 leaks. First up, get ready for intense muggings and cop traps spread across the Vice City. We are talking alleyways, food trucks, and even the massage parlors. Plus a new dynamic combat system lets you master styles like boxing, grappling, and MMA. Whether you prefer online chaos or immersive story mode, GTA 6 promises to cater to all, from ambient events like UFO sightings to gritty street fights. This game is shaping up to be the ultimate experience. Stay tuned for more updates and keep gaming. Subscribe if you want me to give away multiple GTA 6 copies on the release date. Thank you and let's go. What's something from Red Dead 2 you wanna see moved over to this game? For me, it's a few things. Double wielding, I guess. This is actually a Terrier with San Andreas, but they really knocked it out of the park with Red Dead 2. Gore. Look, I don't give a fuck, it's a game. I wanna see some Red Dead 2 level shit, some heads blowing off from the shotgun blast to the face, the NPCs bleeding out from the shot in the lungs, gargling and shit. Dismemberment, like how we see with NPCs being put on the tracks. If they bring the chainsaw back, we should be able to cut limbs, heads off, etc. Fuck yeah, maybe even stab it up by adding brain matter. Maybe you have an NPC on the ground and you run his head over with a truck and his brains spill out. I'm not the psychopath you are. An obvious one, but attention to detail. Same way we saw deep snow in Red Dead 2, it would be cool seeing different levels of steepness. And the same on the beaches in this game. Obviously won't be as impressive as the snow trails we saw, but it would be nice seeing that same level of detail applied to sand or even the mud prints when we hit up Everglades. Ragdoll physics. I actually fucking loved it in Red Dead 2 when you're running into NPCs or running them over with a horse. They felt so light, but at the same time there was a little weight to them. I don't know how to explain it, but it just felt right. Hitting them with a car going 120 would have them going flying, I'm sure. List of some ambient events from the leaks. Note, none of these lists are complete nor they are definite. Muggings were listed, some include. As here we could see, Muggers 1, Victim 1, La Perle Laundry, Mugger 3, Victim 2, Keys Gas Station, Mugger 3, Victim 2, Keys Convenience Store, Mugger 1, Keys Convenience Store, Mugger 1, Victim 1, La Perle Pawn 1. Cop traps. Some listed include Cop Trap Alley, Cop Trap Body Shop, Cop Trap Bulk Storage, Cop Trap Burnout Scooters, Cop Trap Cash and Carry, Cafe Caraway, Clothing Store, Food Truck, Kington Model, Massage Parlor, and Bingo. Locations. Certain location names listed in the ambient list include Motel, LO Prison, LO Racetrack, Port Gellhorn, Bowling, Dairy Farm, Fountain of Youth, Burger Shot, Red Hill Forest, Port Gellhorn Fence, Racing Port Gellhorn Raceway, Sand Sphinx, Satinist House, Port Gellhorn Motel, Backyard Wrestling Ring, Trailer Park, Red Hill Construction, and Sand Pyramids. Police and crime related. Some include Drug House Drug Deal, DUI Sobriety Test, Gang Directions Burger Shot 3, Lane and Window Drug Deal Male Female, Dirty Cop Shakedown Location 123, Hit by Car Gang, Dealer Robbery, Drug Deal Cop Raid, Drug Lab Trailer Park, Drug Lab Trailer Small, Drug Lab Lockup. Miscellaneous, not enough to be their own category, Bank, Uncle Jack Liquor, Band, Supermarket, Bud Light, Dog Hum Dog, Rabbit, Dog Location 123, Swole Couple Beach Selfie, Warehouse Haunted, Beach Bomb Preacher, UFO, Creator Only, Shunkape, Creator Only, Warehouse Sex Robots, Massage in a Bottle, Conclusion, Regular Ground Butt Selfie Male. There are many more, but I found a few interesting ones. And I did not include permanent story missions to not be a jackass and possibly ruin this story. This was all information from the 2022 leaks we got. Next up we go for the 6 full fighting system, and here we go. 6. Combat system. Fighting styles. You can go to a variety of fight clubs and learn the martial art until you have mastered it, allowing you to prompt the fighting style by shifting through a form wheel which changes your stance. Boxing. Boxing would be the easiest martial art to advance in. The boxing style allows you to easily weave parries or punches, while you can return punches with a much lesser cooldown and more knockout power. When you are maxed out in a boxing, you basically have a slightly nerfed spam punch glitch. Boxing would have its own gym in Vice City which can be paid for once with in-game cash to start training. Thai boxing. Thai boxing would be a cross between kickboxing and Muay Thai. While at a distance, you would be able to prompt leg-shattering kicks that sound like firecrackers, and in close range or on ground, you can shatter your opponent's face with your sharp elbows. Thai boxing would be an enemy business to boxing and as such be a couple blocks away from it. Grappling. Grappling would just be a cross between WWE wrestling and BJJ. Easily the most difficult style to master out of the bunch. When grappling style is achieved, you can take your opponents to the ground by performing a ground slam attack, and after you are on the ground, you can perform submissions like choke holders and arm lockers. Additionally, your punches deal significantly more damage during ground pounds. You can find wrestling barns in rural areas. Bujutsu. Bujutsu would combine moves from numerous Japanese martial arts. It would be a second hardest fighting style to learn, and it would have karate kicks which are weaker than Thai kicks. Hagakito submissions for when people throw punches at you and instead of normal punches, you utilize special striking methods which hit weak spots on the body which are harder to land but potentially deal one-hit KOs, and if they hit the intended point, you can find a small dojo next to Vice Beach. Backyard fights. There will be backyard brawls that you can get into in order to win a small cash reward. Underground fights. There would be legal underground bare-knuckled matches where you fight to the death. The cash rewards are bigger, but you lose money from losing, and if you spare your opponent, you'll lose money but gain the respect. MMA gym. Rather than being able to learn a certain style, MMA gyms would be where experts come to bring together all the moves they've mastered. It's called mixed martial arts for a reason. In this gym, you can use every single move in your arsenal without killing your opponent. However, it would still be and have basic punching bags and workout equipment. You would be able to access the MMA gym until you have mastered at least 2 moves. Professional matches. When you have mastered a move, you have to win 15 amateur matches in a row before you can go professional. After going pro, you'll have ridiculously hard opponents, but if you win X number of pro fights in a row, you'll unlock the perfected style, which is just a more OP version of the mastered fighting style and that you've been practicing. If you want to go pro in MMA, you'll need to have perfected 2 fighting styles at a minimum, then the rest is the same, but you get to fight in the FCU, which stands for Fight Club Ultimate, a ripoff to the UFC. Once you win X number of fights in a row with an FCA, you'll unlock Devil's Hands, which means every hit you'll land is a knockout with the exception of other players who have acquired this level only receiving a normal damage. Weight gym. There would be an outdoor gym on Vice Beach and indoor Planet Fitness type gym with a supplement, workout increasing your size and strength, allowing for more health and higher punching power at a cost of lower speed, stamina. However, treadmills can be used to heighten the speed. Bullshark Test Run. For supplements, the indoor gyms would sell Bullshark Testosterone seen in GTA 4, which increases your size to inhuman proportions. Epic Transformation. There would be a system that expands muscles you use in workouts to transform your body. It would be similar to hair growth in Red Dead 2 and in how credible it is. Online versus story. Disclaimer, and basically we don't need this disclaimer. I've realized that there is an ongoing beef which has been going for some time also in regards to the state of GTA 5, but I'm already seeing a lot of bashing in this sub even before the game is out. The problem is I'm taking about is this story versus online. Sure, it's interesting enough to have people comment on what they are looking forward to play or not to play, but seeing this ridiculous battle unfolding more and more pause makes me want to state the obvious. I was 8 years old when I first played Grand Theft Auto on my cousin's PSX. Already back then, I was thinking of the possibility to play the game with another player and how insanely cool it would be. Fast forward to Vice City and the multiplayer mode. It only scratched the surface of what was to come later. Then the first official multiplayer game was GTA 4, and holy shit, that was one of the greatest experiences I've had in the GTA game. Then GTA 5 became reality, and so did my wet dreams. However, that dream got shattered the day they introduced the oppressor, and I haven't played online since because of the escalation of ridiculous vehicles being introduced. But despite the fact, I would still argue that GTA Online is the pinnacle of the franchise. For me personally, I really don't care if people like the one over the other, but I do care about all the adults game shaming everyone, saying that they like the online feature and that it is only kids playing online. Some of you even argued that all the players playing online ruined GTA 5 for them, because they didn't get their story mode DLC due to all the players playing online. And I say adults because I'm certain that it is actually the quite contrary. All of you story mode fans bashing online players for just wanting to play online are the actual kids. It is beyond childish to call out for literally just wanting to enjoy something. Is it so hard to comprehend that some of us who have played GTA since 1997 wants to play online, even after still having clocked more hours into story mode the past 25 years? I can confidently say that I would prioritize online over story, and I have to be called out for that. It just tells you so much more about those of you who can't stand online than it says anything about online fans. I've yet to see any online fan bashing story mode fans for wanting to play story mode. On the other hand, I've seen countless users complain about online and how the online player base is part of the problem in their opinion. Hence this post. Let's be real, folks. We are all children just wanting to play our favorite game. Ultimately, I would argue that it boils down to a few things, and one of them being friends. I'm almost certain I would prefer story mode over online if I could only play alone online anyways. But when you have a bunch of friends who also play the game, playing story mode becomes obsolete. So online folks, I'm looking forward to see you all in Vice City, and to all the online haters out there, go grab a biscuit and dry your eyes. So that's kind of all the information we got on today's video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you in the next one, and peace.